So today is Christmas Eve, and I sort of just wanted to do a video on my top 5 of 2024, including like lessons that I've learned this year, top 5 purchases, and things like that. So hope you enjoy the video. Alright, top 5 lessons of 2024, let's go. Okay, number 1 is that people have different priorities, and most of the time you're not one of them. I've learned this not just this year, but also in previous years, but I feel like this year especially, a lot of my friends are in very serious relationships, and so what that means is obviously that we can't spend as much time with each other as we used to. I mean, people have so many different priorities, not just relationships, right? It could be work, it could be family, pets, just like their other social circles, things like that. Or maybe they just prioritize taking care of themselves, and so that's why they don't have as much time to spend with you. And that's totally fine. I feel like sometimes I have to prioritize myself over my friends because maybe I'm burnt out that week, or maybe my social battery has been drained. Honestly, I feel like no one's going to take it the wrong way as long as you're like upfront about why you need to take some time off. But also, you don't necessarily need to always give someone an explanation. Sometimes it could just be like, hey, I can't make it. And I feel like that's totally okay. And that kind of leads me to my second lesson that I've learned, which is knowing when to say no. I'm the type of person where if I get invited to things, I try as best as I can to go hang out with them, whether it's like grabbing dinner, going to a party, going to a certain event, things like that. Because I like the thrill of enjoying like new experiences and also just bonding with my friends. But, after several weeks of like going out every single night for different events, whether it just be like playing badminton and pickleball and also just like socializing with different groups of friends, there was a point where I was just so drained from going out every single night, and I couldn't even remember the last time when I just like stayed in and had a night to myself. And so there was one time when I got invited to something and I had already committed a few days prior, but then the day came and I was just dreading going to that event, and a part of me was like, this is a way to deepen my friendship with this new group of people that I've met. But also I feel like if I'm not super thrilled, or if I'm not excited about going to something, then my brain is telling me, hey, maybe you don't have to go. Maybe this is a chance for you to sort of like take a mental break and have a night in to yourself without having to worry about the stress of, am I going to have fun? Am I going to enjoy this place? And all of those other thoughts. I think FOMO is definitely still a really interesting aspect that I'm trying to still work on, because I feel like after the pandemic, I was just saying YOLO to everything. Like, I'll go to every concert and every event and every party and all of these dinners. Okay, yeah, YOLO is definitely a mindset, but also you don't want to stretch yourself too thin. So in 2025, I want to be more mindful of the different events that I go to and also the people that I'm surrounding myself with. I don't want to go to an event just to say that I went to an event because that's what everyone else is doing. I really want to be the one in charge of my own experiences. And the third lesson that I've learned is that you can try something new at any point in the year. It doesn't have to be specifically for a New Year's resolution. For me this year, I've tried a lot of different things. I did Pilates in Q1 of this year, which was really, really fun. I had a class pass free trial for 3 months, I think. Went to a bunch of different studios and did Pilates and yoga. That was just a nice way to start off the new year. I also tried pickleball this year, which is something that has been on my list for I think over 2 years now, so I'm glad that I finally got to do it over the summer. And I met a bunch of new friends through that, which has been really refreshing. Post-college, I feel like it's really hard to make new friends just because most people have already settled into their own friend groups. It's been really refreshing meeting new people this year. It's the right amount of change that I needed just to sort of spice up my life. Some other things that I've tried out this year. I went to a dating event over the summer, which was like pretty interesting. It was the first one I've ever been to, and I actually filmed a little bit of content after that event happened, but I never posted it because I feel like I didn't want to expose myself. So yeah, that was something that I probably wouldn't try again, but I'm glad that I went. It was an interesting experience, to say the least. And the other thing that I've tried is obviously YouTube. This is something that has been on the back of my head for quite some time now. YouTube is a scary thing. You have to like put yourself out there, and I don't really have a ton of experience with editing videos, so that was also a new learning curve for me. Filming content, knowing like where to place my camera. I still have so much to learn. I think so far it's been like a very rewarding experience. I like to be creative and I enjoy documenting things. I enjoy being able to have a finished product and, you know, say that I created something like this. I've only gotten maybe like 1 or 2 people come up to me and be like, "Why are you doing YouTube? Who do you think you are?" I mean, they didn't say that verbatim, but I remember one person literally said, "Oh, I only subscribe to people with over 100K followers." And I'm like, okay, what's your point? Those people with 100K subscribers also started from 0, so that was like frustrating to hear because that was also a friend that I thought would be like pretty supportive, but then they ended up being just like very turned off when I told them I was going to start vlogging, and they said like, "Oh my god, that's like so cringe." I don't need any of that negative energy in my life, and so I made it clear to them like I don't care what they think, and I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because I enjoy it. And if they don't want to subscribe or they don't want to watch my videos, I really couldn't care less. And the 4th lesson that I've learned is that change is good. Whether it be being in a new environment, you know, let's say you're living at home, but you don't have the best relationship with your parents. And so a change in environment would be good for you so that you can, you know, hopefully move out, maybe have some roommates, or maybe even live alone so that you can be more independent and not have to rely on your parents so much. Another use case, I can't believe I just said use case. Another scenario, let's say you were dating someone and you lived with them and then you guys break up. Obviously you don't want to stay in the same place because there's so many memories tied to that specific area. Maybe the change you needed is just to move out of that place, move to a different city, and make new friends. And the 5th lesson that I've learned this year is time really does heal. Whether you're going through a hard time, just know that like it might take some time. You might have to put in a bit of effort, but eventually things will get better, as it always does. And right now in the moment, you might be feeling like, oh my gosh, the world is ending. Like, what am I going to do? How could this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? And asking like all of these questions and just like being super hard on yourself, or maybe even like blaming yourself. But I just want to say, don't be too hard on yourself. And I know that's hard to hear. You deserve the best. You deserve the world. There's like that quote, right? Good things come to those who wait. I feel like that's something that I've kept in the back of my mind over the past year. So yeah, there's only so much you can do. And this year I've just been working on myself, trying to be the best version of myself, always trying to improve, always trying to do better and be a better person. So as long as you put in some work, your efforts definitely won't go to waste, and you'll appreciate this version of yourself in the future. I know that might have been a cheesy ending, but I hope you enjoyed these 5 lessons that I've learned. This is not to say I have never learned these lessons in years prior. That's totally not the case, but these are just the 5 lessons that stood out to me the most this year personally. Okay, first favorite product of this year has to be my sunglasses. This is Jennie from Blackpink's collab with Gentle Monster. And let me show you guys which style of sunnies I got. So this is what it looks like. It's called Wispy. And I didn't end up getting any charms. Basically, when this collab dropped, I was struggling for like an hour trying to get this into my cart, but it would just always air out, and I eventually had to ask a friend to help me buy them. I didn't want to spend any additional time trying to add another charm into my cart, and then for whatever reason, like something bad happens and I can't end up getting anything. So I just ended up with these on its own. Like, I feel like all Gentle Monster sunglasses just look really good on Asian faces. This is what it looks like. It's the perfect chic sunglass. So yeah, I wore these a lot over the summer, and it's just honestly such a good investment. Okay, my next favorite purchase of this year has to be my 13-inch MacBook Air that I bought from Costco, because Costco always has really good deals on Apple products, and they also have like extended warranty, things like that. So I always buy my Apple products from Costco. I've had my old MacBook Air since like 2011, I want to say. So the fact that I used it for over 10 years was amazing. Never had any issues with it, but I just had to keep it plugged in all of the time. And then sometime I would just get like a random black screen and I would have to like force restart my computer, which would kind of like freak me out because I don't know if like my things are saved. It's in the shade Midnight Blue. And the one that I had before this was like the classic silver, but I figured I'd go for some color, and I actually really like how sleek this is. And also, I really enjoy the like Touch ID that's on here, because that's how I just log into my computer. Whenever I log into a website that needs passwords, I can just put my finger on there and then it'll automatically fill out the info for me. It's a lot easier and faster to edit on here than it would have been on my old MacBook. So super excited about this purchase. Yay. And my next favorite purchase of this year has to be this couch. It's from Ashley Home Furniture, and I actually bought it this summer after going to tons of furniture stores in the city. I didn't think anything that I tried in store was actually worth it quality-wise and price-wise, and so I ended up going back to the suburbs, and I found this couch, which was perfect because it hit all of the different criteria that I wanted, including color, softness/firmness, and just like comfort. Some details of the couch. It's like a very soft material, but it doesn't like sink in whenever you like sit on it or press down. It's just like very, very comfortable, and I'm so glad that I bought this. And then my next favorite purchase of this year is this Lululemon bag that I got. I forget the name of it, but I'll make sure to link it in the description. It is honestly the perfect size, and it fits so much stuff. I wanted to get this because I feel like I don't have like a casual bag that I can just grab and go whenever I go grab groceries or things like that. And I ended up using this on my Asia trip, which ended up being super, super helpful because I could fit in my camera, my phone, passport, hand sanitizer, snacks, all of these other things, because it just has so much space. The inside is lined, and there's like 2 pockets. Actually 3. There's 3 pockets. There's 2. How do people do this? There's 2 with this like mesh material, and then the 3rd pocket is on the back. I am like such a big fan of this bag. And then on the back, there's another zipper pocket, which is also very convenient. I ended up putting just like tissues, portable soap, lotion, and some other like random knickknacks in the back. I know that they have this bag in black too, but I wanted to go for this like cream color because it was the summertime when I got it. And last but not least, I have to give a shout out to my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is what I'm filming on right now, and it's what started my YouTube channel. So this was a really special purchase because I've actually always wanted to vlog with like a legit vlogging camera, but these things are like not cheap, you know? So it was really an investment going into this, but I feel like I've gotten so much use out of it already based on like all of the trips that I've gone on and just like using it to make videos like this. So yeah, I would totally recommend this. It's like very simple to use, and the quality is amazing. I actually got this over the summer, and the reason why is because I knew that I was going on a couple of trips before my big Asia trip with my parents, and I'm the type where I have like okay memory, but like not the best memory. So after a few years, like I'll forget some like details about a trip, places that I've been to or have eaten at that I really liked. And so I wanted something that I could use to document things and just like have something that I can look back on in the future, whether it be like a year down the road or like 10 years down the road. I wanted something that I could just look back on and have memories with. And so that's also kind of why my channel name is Moments with MJ. I'm just like capturing these moments in my life. I got the creator combo, and this one was nice because it checked all of the boxes for me. I didn't want to buy the normal version and then have to buy a bunch of other accessories separately, because that would just add up to be more expensive than just getting this creator combo. So the combo includes obviously the Osmo Pocket 3, a protective cover, the DJI Mic 2 transmitter, a handle with a 1/4 inch thread, battery handle, mini tripod, USB Type-C cable, carrying bag, the Mic 2 clip magnet, the Mic 2 windscreen, a wide angle lens, and a wrist strap. So that's a lot, but honestly, highly recommend this camera to anyone that wants to try out vlogging or just document things. It's really simple to use. You really just have to set up your settings. Not to say that you need expensive equipment in order to vlog. That's definitely not what I'm saying. You can honestly just use your phone camera if that's what you're into, but for me, I just wanted like something with a good camera quality and good mic quality. And so yeah, that's why I have this shot in 4K. I feel like those things will hopefully just like make the viewing experience more enjoyable. And that's a wrap on my top 5 of 2024. Hope you enjoyed.